Welcome back. In this part, we still have throat cancer on the mind. Agent Orange.
Agent Orange. Last part, we promise. We're sorry. We're trying to stop, but it's just too hard.
But I don't really want to wreck these beautiful rants that Ryan goes on. Anyways, we were discussing Agent Orange and throat cancer. Go.
Oh, sorry. Agent Orange. As far as I understand it, I don't understand it very well. I never claim to understand anything I'm ranting about very well. So if I have something wrong, if I make a mistake, correct me, laugh at me, whatever. I don't claim to know. I just spout. But whatever I want to, really. And, if I get something wrong, oh well. Anyway, Agent Orange, as I understand it, is actually it's a deforestation tool, and it's very sort of it's very irritating. Well, more than irritating, it burns the skin when it comes in contact with the skin. These people had to wear suits and stuff when they dealt with it. So not only did it break down the forest, but it forced Vietnamese soldiers who used very guerrilla warfare-like tactics, well, not like tactics, they used guerrilla warfare to sort of flee out of these forests that they were pouring Agent Orange over.
So really,
it's caused massive cancer problems in Vietnam too.
It would the idea basically would be to strip away the forest so that the little fucking
don't say the racial slang you're thinking of. I know.
So that the little fellows running around the jungle in black pajamas.
They called them gooks they called them gooks in the 60s and 70s.
Yes, we'll let the gooks be the Indians. Full Metal Jacket for the win. Anyways, they would sort of knock down the forest, kill all the forests, so they didn't have a place to hide, and also it was just sort of an added benefit that it acted like chlorine gas.
Yeah.
So
it's basically two forms of this sort of, not biological warfare, this sort of
chemical warfare.
Chemical warfare. Why did I say biological? Jesus. Sometimes I can just be like a fucking genius and just rattle shit off of the top of my head. And sometimes I say stupid shit like biological warfare when Agent Orange is most clearly a chemical. But this is one of two major chemical sort of weapons that the Americans, well, I don't know if it was the Americans, I'm pretty sure it was the Americans, innovated in this war. The other one obviously being napalm, which is like a jello-like substance that just fucking immolates instantly.
It's jellified. It's jellified gasoline.
Yeah, and it just immolates the second you put fire to it. It's like liquid fire, and really, it probably is one of the most disgusting things that just ever has been used in warfare. It's not quite as bad as Agent Orange. It's not quite as bad as things like mustard gas, but it's pretty fucking bad.
You just can't put the fire out.
You can't put the fire out, and you can't get it off your skin. It like melts the skin off of your muscle and bone. And frankly, today it has been banned, I'm pretty sure, in warfare by the UN today. But if it wasn't, it's the sort of thing that the UN would look at and say, yeah, we're probably going to sanction you. Well, they wouldn't actually do that because I don't think they actually sanction very many people, but they definitely get a sour nod. Yeah, the UN would kind of go, you probably shouldn't be doing that.
You probably shouldn't be doing that there, napalming the civilians.
Yeah.
But, we's a peaceful organization, so we's just going to kind of tell you you're doing it wrong.
Speaking of the UN just sort of denying people, am I the only one that thinks North Korea is like a man with a tiny dick trying to win a penis size contest? Like, no, a man with a tiny penis trying to win a dick waving contest. I mean, this Kim Jong-il, and I'm sure it's not just Kim Jong-il. I can't assume that this guy has so much power that he can just fire on South Korean ships at will. I don't think he has his finger on the button, so to say. There's no real button, but the sort of hypothetical nuclear button. I don't think Kim Jong-il has that much power. I could be wrong. I don't know.
He's a totalitarian. Of course he has his finger on the button. And if
this is
not,
things I'm ignorant.
he definitely
I
has
don't
the
live in
order.
North Korea. I don't really focus on North Korea. All I know is that this is a country that has like the gall to say the great empire of North Korea is going to destroy America, when most of North Korea is impoverished in starvation. And I'm not saying America is some great amazing country. I am the type of person that views patriotism as stupid. I know a lot of people don't. I know a lot of people get up in arms when you say patriotism is stupid, but I'm not a patriot. I think this country was one of the greatest countries. I think it isn't anymore. I think there are plenty of better countries out there. I think that a lot of Americans' policies are bullshit. And I don't really have any inherent love for America. But if I was born in Canada, or if I moved to Canada, if I was born in Sweden, if I moved to Sweden, countries which I think I would fit better in than America, I wouldn't love those countries either. It's just because I don't view being proud at an achievement that you had no part in as particularly sort of sort of wise. And a lot of this is, I'm very cynical. I try not to be very cynical a lot, but I'm a very cynical person. It's sort of just how I am. And I tend to look at the bad in things and sort of try to ignore the good. And this doesn't always happen, but it does happen a lot. So cynical people really can't like America a lot. because quite frankly, in the last 50 years, after World War II, really, everything America has done
has been sort of
at least has done outwardly, and really ever since the late 1800s, because America really started its imperialism. Well, America started its sort of tracked on the dangerous slope of imperialism when we tried to invade Canada and start the Second War with England. I don't know, but we started our dangerous sort of descent into the dark depths of imperialism when we started
long ago
sticking our nose. It was the late 19th century, around the 1880s, 1890s, when we started sticking our nose in the business of South American countries. Things like the Panama Canal and stuff like that. Well, countries like Panama, places like that. We invaded Hawaii and dethroned their queen, and then just sort of stuck it on as a state. Which I know the statehood of Hawaii became a bit later than that. Puerto Rico
made it a territory.
Is it Puerto Rico? I think it is. Puerto Rico
is a territory.
It's not quite a state. We've been working at making it a state.
We also own the Marshall Islands, I think.
Yeah.
Which
this is the extent we started imperialism then. After World War II, we really thought, well, we won. This is the mindset of our country. Well, we won World War II. We own the world. We are the world's police. And we sort
fucking brought down Hitler, bitch.
And we've lived with that mentality since then. And it's got to be getting near the end.
And also, do you?
No. I mean, how long do we have left?
Oh, about 6 minutes.
All right, excellent. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you watch all of Howard the Humongous? The hour and a half fucking amazing atheist interviewing Howard Bloom?
Oh no, I haven't.
Well, I
actually just started to get back into TJ. I've been watching a few of his videos. He's not as bad now as I thought he was. Not that he was bad before. He was one of my favorite YouTubers before, and he influenced a lot of changes I sort of made in my life. I started watching, when I became an atheist, I think early 2006. And
when did you come out of the closet?
To my family, it was late 2007. It took about a year and nearly 2 years. No, yeah, nearly 2 years for me to come out to them. And
God, it makes it sound like we're all gay.
Yeah, I should clarify. I came out as an atheist. Not as a homosexual. I'm not homosexual.
Son, I am not disappointed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that I have anything wrong with homosexuals.
Neither am I a homosexual. I am an atheist as well. I
no. When I first became an atheist, and I needed to kind of because a lot of people I think have this sort of idea that atheism is like this long process that you sort of reach, and for me it really wasn't. I was watching this is going to sound really sort of oxymoronic. I was watching a History Channel episode about Jesus and the Antichrist. And I don't have a lot of respect for the History Channel. I really used to enjoy the History Channel until I realized it was basically World War II aliens and really a bunch of religious nonsense.
The Hitlery Channel.
Yeah, this is Brian and I like to call it the Hitler Channel or the Hillary Channel. Anyway, I watched this one episode and I just sort of woke up the next day and I kind of just said, I really think that's all bullshit. I don't think I believe in God that much. And it's the sort of thing that it was kind of like a niggling sort of feeling. And I had to kind of reaffirm my belief. So I went up online and I looked up a bunch of these sort of atheist websites. And TJ was one of the first YouTubers I found. And he had about 300, I think, subscribers at the time. I was 300 or 500 around then. And he'd just been making videos for about 4 or 5 months. It wasn't even that long. He started in late 2005, I think. And so he was one of the first YouTubers I found. And he kind of helped not shape my system of beliefs, but he did open my eyes to a lot of things. Another thing I came onto was actually, funnily enough, because I hate all sorts of these. I hate these websites now, but a MySpace group, which at the time had been given an award by Harvard very recently. It was like Atheists and Agnostics group, and it had like 30,000 members. And that forum, it was a forum, sort of helped a lot too. But TJ was a really important sort of part of my transition there. But I had kind of gotten away from his videos more recently, but I've gone back into him. He still does pretty good stuff. My God, that was a giant digression for no reason at all.
But like I was going to say earlier,
were you going to say something I've completely forgotten by now?
Yes, but now I fear we don't have enough time.
No, let's not make part.
He interviews Howard Bloom, and one of his most recent videos of Howard the Humongous, Howard basically said that at the end of the Roman Empire, the culture became so xenophobic that they would take the cement blocks or the rocks from the baths and use those rocks to make walls around the cities. So really they were killing the intellectual place where thoughts were exchanged. We're killing intellectualism and putting it into defense.
How apt.
And that's what we're doing now.
That's exactly what we're doing now. There's a very worrying trend, and it started in Texas.
Got about a minute left.
Okay, I'll get this out quickly, and then we can say our goodbyes. This trend started in Texas. This was Texas based book company, where the Texas board told them, well, we want more Christian sort of values in our history books. And
they took out
Thomas Jefferson and replaced it with
John Calvin.
John Calvin, the father of Calvinism, as you may not be surprised to hear. All right, I feel like I've kind of been stealing the mic for the last hour, so why don't you give us the last thoughts?
This
episode was a bit better than the first.
This episode was a whole fucking realm away from the first, and I'm completely sober-minded.
Just a minor retard.
I'm completely sober-minded Ryan is, I have no idea, but he's just like been able to fucking whatever. This has been Disgruntled Radio. I'm the Disgruntled Bassist. He's Smooth Jazz Hands.